Good morning. Hi everyone, dear friends and car lovers. How are you today? I'm fine. A bit tired, but I'm okay. I'm driving again a car all the way down from Sweden to Switzerland. I'm pretty close now to the Swiss border, finally. Kind of 150 kilometers left. I have to say finally and feel kind of tired because yesterday it was a pretty tough trip driving down the car. I would just advise you, if you have the dream to come to Germany and drive as fast as you want and can actually on the German highways, I would really advise you to plan it before you just come here to Germany, because there is a lot of works right now on the streets, especially on the highways. So plan it really, like the highway between Hamburg and Hanover. I've been waiting there in a car for at least 1.5 to 2 hours. Nothing moved, and it's pretty annoying, especially because you have this thought in your head, like, wow, I'm finally Germany, I can drive as fast as I want. But it's not always like that. I mean, of course, Germany is a pretty big country, so you have a lot of possibilities to drive the car as fast as you want, but just make sure and plan it before you do that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible, because I know that you get also tired and annoyed to just watching me talking about cars. I can understand, no problem. Okay, so today again I'm driving a Volvo. This is a V60 new model which came out in 2018. The engine is a T6. 6 doesn't stay 4 cylinders, but the engine is actually a 4 cylinders. It's the basic engine of Volvo, I think. Yeah, actually there is nothing above 4 cylinders. But the good thing, very positive thing about this car is that it's very, they really took most out of the engine. So we got over 300 horses, to be exact 310 horses in this car, which really feels good. But don't forget that it's still a 4 cylinders. I will tell you later on about this. I could tell you now about it. Why wait? No, but actually, I am not a really fan about smaller engines, especially if you want to have a good or a lot of power in your car. I just feel, and the same also with this car, I think that first of all, it doesn't sound like a powerful car. You don't have these fantastic noises which usually came out from an 8 cylinders or 6 cylinders and so on. So I'm missing that one, which is maybe not the most important thing, but I do, the sound. And then number 2, I just feel like, it feels like you go to the gym and you never did anything in the gym, but they give you a lot of steroids and so on, so that you get, like, within a day you get a lot of muscles, but you don't know how to use your muscles because you really didn't get them yourselves, basically. So I don't know, this is how it feels driving an extremely powerful smaller engine like this one, 4 cylinders, 310 horses. In my opinion, it doesn't make that much sense actually. Honestly, a 4 cylinders, I see it between 200 and 250 horses without problem, which also fits the engine with that kind of power. If you want more than 250, 300 horses, then I would recommend the 6 cylinders, obviously because of the things that I told you, the noise and the feeling of power. So it's that kind of things. Of course, I mean, now we're talking about really small details. I mean, if you don't extremely have any thoughts about cars and engines, I guess you will not mind that much about what I just told you. But yeah, this is just my personal opinion, of course. Above the T6 at Volvo, there is only the T8, which is then the hybrid version, and then you got 390 horses. It's the car that I drove a couple of months ago. So this one, T6, I mean, okay, Volvo V60 is the perfect average car for families, I would say, with younger families, with maybe younger kids, up to 2 kids, up to teenagers age. It's a fantastic car. I mean, it's not that big, it's not small, it feels good, it feels sportive, aggressive and dynamic, the way how you can drive it. Of course, you can compare it with a lot of other car makers and cars, like the Audi A4 or the BMW, the 3 Series, or Mercedes C-Class, Volkswagen Passat, and then you got now the the Volvo V60. Plus minus, I mean, in the end, you have to choose yourself. You know, it's a lot about design and quality and feelings. I really I'm appreciating driving this car. I have to say, the quality, very high standards. I mean, today Volvo, as I already told you, it's really at least on the same level as the other German car makers. Definitely. Not a couple of years ago, but today, absolutely, they are on the same level. Quality very good. Everything works fine. I'm not a huge fan of these modern gadgets, like, you know, heads up, and especially this safety technology. When you this safe lane keeping and driving alerts and so on. But I mean, if you have to drive the car, then of course, I mean, it's nice to be able to use them. Personally, I wouldn't put a lot of money on these things, but of course it's nice if you have them on board and if you can use them. Absolutely. So basically, I don't know what else I could tell you. This car is maybe something that I remembered is that the Volvo just made a bigger update. I think it's basically now September, October 2019. It's a so-called Sensus. It's the software in the cars. They really did a bigger update, and some stuff they actually changed for the good. They might listen to my videos, I guess, because if I remember well, in my last video I just told you about this thingy to switch this automized tempomat, which basically the car brakes and gives gas by itself when you put it on, and the normal usual tempomat. In the past, I used always to have some problems to take it out, put it in, because I usually drive the cars with the normal tempomat. I really had some issues there actually, because it wasn't always clear how to do it and so on. Now they changed it, I guess, in the last update, so it's much easier. Fantastic, well done, Volvo. So they did a good job there. And then other smaller issues. I have the feeling that the navigation feels better when you zoom in and out. It feels faster and better. Yeah, that's it basically. Otherwise, everything is on board. This one has Harman. This is Harman. Hold on. This has a Harman Kardon sound system, which is above the high performance or basic sound system. Then above that one you have the Bowers and Wilkins that I had a couple of months ago in the V60 T8. Harman Kardon, I think it's yeah, of course it's in between, and that's how it feels. It's in between the two basic and luxury systems. So I would actually recommend you to get at least Harman Kardon, because the sound feels and sounds better, of course, than the high performance. And it's like about 1,000 euro, I think, or plus minus. I think a little bit less. So I think it's a good gadget that or option. It looks also nicer. Talking about the speakers, they look pretty nice. Then the car, as you can see, has the sunroof or panorama sunroof. I would definitely recommend you to get it, because it makes the car much light. As this, like, much more lights in the car, and it feels much nicer. So and then it's also pretty nice, which I like, that you have in the back you have this climate own controls. So the car is basically 4 different climate areas, 2 in the front as usual, as all of the other cars have it too, and then in the back these 2 that you can yourself configure as you want. So I think it's pretty cool. Then yeah, I mean, this one is pretty much equipped. It's the Inscription version, so you got this different lines within Volvo. You got there is I don't think actually in the past they used to have this kinetic line, which I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it doesn't exist anymore. So I think Momentum is like the entry level. I think after Momentum you got Inscription and R Design, which cost-wise I think they are on the same level. Inscription is more like oriented to luxury, and R Design it's more for sporty look. So it's basically up to you what you prefer. I guess younger people choose R Design, and older people maybe Inscription. Who knows? So this one is Inscription, nice. And then you got the cross country. Actually, you can't have it on all models, but as I know, the V60 and the V90. Personally, I still believe that I would choose the cross country version, since you got this perfect feeling about having a family car and this cross country look and so on. So this is just my personal opinion. Okay, guys. Well, just summing up about driving this car, the T6. As I already told you, the thing with the engine, it's well, I mean, it puts you definitely a smile when you have to change lane and pass a car, you just put down your foot on the gas pedal, and I mean, you basically fly away. It's fantastic. It's like a sportive car, driving a sportive car, absolutely. But the thing again, how often do you do that? Well, it's up to you, I guess. Maybe in Switzerland, if you're going a lot to the Alps and so on, maybe it's fun. I never tried to drive a powerful car in the Alps, so I guess maybe it's really fun. But I mean, on the highways and so on, I like driving the cars with 140, 150 kilometers an hour, and yeah, again, I don't need over 300 horses to do so. But yeah, this is just my personal opinion. So talking about the V60 or V90, especially on the V60, perfect engines, I would say the diesel D4 or the gas engine, the T5 with 250 horses. Again, this is just my personal opinion. Okay, guys. Otherwise, it's a good car. It's a good car, and again, it's you really should think about it if you are thinking about buying a car in this segment, you know, size-wise and so on. I would at least take this in consideration, the V60, and check how it looks if you put it together with the other German, if you compare the car with the German, the other cars. Again, myself, I'm driving a BMW, a Series 3 Touring 320, 180 horses-ish, which I think it's enough for me. And I always compared my own car to the V60, and I don't know, I still prefer my BMW, but as I told you, I am a BMW guy. And I mean, Volvo is like, it's getting there, I have to say. I mean, they're getting, it's not that differences anymore, not that big anymore between the two car brands, definitely. So who knows? One day I might buy a Volvo as well. Who knows? Okay, guys. So that's it. I wish you a fantastic day. Today is Saturday, so looking forward for a nice weekend. At least for tonight. So have a good one. Bye bye.